headlines all over the country, starting with GMA News. These are the headlines karong adlaw, Abril 16. This is the headlines at GMA News. Meralco assures public of stable services during the Holy Week. Travelers endure long wait times at the PITX amid the Holy Week rush. And some passengers at Batangas port forced to take longer route amid fully booked trips. DOTR bats for fully manned immigration counters, automated ticketing for shipping lines. And Marcos signs law extending the Meralco franchise. NGCP says transmission charges up in April. Rafi Tulfo flags lack of safety measures in bus companies and motor polls. That's bus companies' motor polls. And remittances up by 2.7% in the month of February. And Solon urges Marcos to certify 200 peso wage hike bill as urgent. And Kiko Pangilinan, former Senator Kiko Pangilinan, gains support of Pangasinan officials. An ex-Bayan Muna Solon slams Meralco rate amid summer heat. The Meralco rate hike amid the summer heat. And Philippines calls Balikatan drills defense rehearsal as China tensions simmer. These are the headlines karong adlaw, Abril 16. Let's go to ABS-CBN News. Publiko pinag-ingatan sa paghahanda ng pagkain ngayong tag-init. And Metro Cops on 24/7 security coverage on Holy Week. PNP says efforts underway to fight kidnapping. PNP says no Lenten security threat monitored. Deadline ng filing ng 2024 annual income tax return hindi palalawigin. And NSC official alarmed by underwater drones recovered in Philippine waters. Nagunsa kaning mga underwater drones. Bagong political ad ni Senator Marcos, si VP Duterte umano ang nakaisip. Only 58,000 of 2 million OFWs enrolled in 2025 online voting, according to COMELEC. And Philippine publishers make a big splash in the Italy Book Fair. ASEAN and three other nations, plus three other nations, I should say, seen resilient amid tariff uncertainty. And missile strikes interrupt church services in Ukraine's Sumy. Trump says very angry with Putin over Ukraine. Oh, nasa ko si Donald Trump. Let's go to the Inquirer.net. Mo kining headlines karong adlaw, Abril 16. Los Baños sizzles with 50 degree centigrade peak heat index according to Pag-asa. Grabe 50 degrees. According to Salceda, Meralco's new franchise to allow company improved system. And Senator Amy Marcos believes the administration of her brother, President Bongbong Marcos, is treading the wrong path. And the Supreme Court asked to dismiss petition to disclose documents for COMELEC Miru deal. And the NBI files charges against Lambino Cardema for spreading false info. And Vico Soto says COMELEC junked the disqualification filed versus himself by rival's husband, and 7 cops tagged in the Espinosa attack negative in paraffin test, according to the PNP. And Agimat party list pushes Magna Carta for ambulant vendors in Congress. And the Philippine Coast Guard says the Chinese research vessel suspected of conducting marine research off Batanes did not respond to the radio challenge, or to their radio challenge. Mo kaning headlines karong adlaw sa Abril 16. Sa Philippine News Agency, isawang magbilad ng araw mula 10 a.m. hanggang 4 p.m. according to Pag-asa. Iwasang magbilad sa araw. So don't put yourself under the heat of the sun from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. according to Pag-asa because it is smoldering hot. Target sa seguridad sa pagkain naabot na ng bansa according to the NFA. And the Department of Agriculture monitors vegetables and other agri-goods production as heat index soar. Sus, grabe yung init. And the stock market pushes to near 6,200 as the peso bounces back. And tolerance versus kamote PUV drivers. That's you should have zero tolerance versus kamote PUV drivers according to the LTFRB. And bilang ng mga pasahero sa mga pantalan ngayong umaga nasa 26,000 according to the PCG. An overhaul of building rules sought after the MRT 7-pillar collapsed. DPWH says 24-hour road bridge repairs in parts of NCR for Holy Week. LTO holds surprise drug test for Iloilo POV drivers, and the Philippines and the U.S. troops hold socio-civic programs ahead of Balikatan. And the Philippines and Morocco issued joint stamps celebrating diplomatic relations. And Brazil lalawakan ang pag-export ng karne sa buong mundo. These are the headlines karong adlaw Abril 16 sa Manila Bulletin. The Department of Health medical response terms or rather teams for disasters including the big one. They prepare for the medical response including the big one. I'm wondering what the big one is. Marcos administration to hire over 1,200 healthcare workers in PGH and Antipolo Diocese to attempt world record for the largest spiritual pilgrimage. And kasamaan at Kadiliman, Makabayan Solon gives savage reaction to VP Sara Aimee political ad. Nakakainis, according to Abalos, irked by inefficient overseas employment certificate contract verification processes. And Romualdez calls Google Maps recognition of Philippine Sea a geopolitical affirmation. Let's go to the Manila Times. Metro Bank is bank of choice for ultra-high net worth Filipinos for 3 years straight, according to Euromoney. And DILG most wanted arrested at NAIA. Pinoy's back ICC trial but also Duterte allies. Ejercito re-enters Laguna politics. DIZON orders investigation of overloaded sea vessels. Negros deploys 5,953 policemen for summer. And Iraq sandstorm closes airports plus 3,700 people in hospital. U.S. opens doors to tariffs on pharma and semiconductors. And finally, Vance urges Europe not to be U.S. vassal. Those are the latest headlines ato ang mga national newspapers, national news organizations, and news outlets. Let's go to the local news headlines. Karong adlaw, Abril 16. Let's go to Sunstar. Agencies and LGUs in Cebu. What is this? Agencies and LGUs in Cebu wrap up Holy Week security. Government agencies and local governments in Cebu intensified safety preparations for the Holy Week break by conducting inspections at key transport hubs on Tuesday, April 15. Cebu City Mayor Raymond Garcia assessed readiness at the Cebu Port Terminal or Pier Uno, while the Mactan Cebu International Airport or MCIA in Lapu-Lapu City raised its alert status in anticipation of influx of passengers at 2 bus terminals in Cebu City. Public transport drivers underwent surprise drug test on Tuesday morning, with 3 initially testing positive for illegal drug use. As the primary gateway for air travel in the Visayas, MCIA is under heightened alert, I should say, preparing for the expected increase in passengers during the Holy Week. And stricter security measures are being implemented at the airport, including intensified vehicle inspections, increased foot and mobile patrols, the deployment of additional security personnel and K-9 units, and enhanced passenger profiling. Mo ka ng headlines sa Sunstar Daily. Let's go to Super B. Tulo ka driver sa bus positibo sa drogas. Oh my goodness. So mo ka na nga itong mga headlines karong adlaw, Abril 16. Ngani sa atuang top of the morning news bites. Coming up in a few moments, live in the studios of 105.1 TMC, we will have no less than Aiden Du, this Australian-based artist who's actually has roots here in Cebu. Stay tuned. Coming up in a few moments, Aiden Du live in 105.1 TMC.